Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Diana Romanovska. I am a certified family law specialist practicing family law in the Bay Area, California. Domestic violence is a very serious issue that affects millions of people in California every year. Victims of domestic violence can suffer physical, emotional, and psychological trauma, which can have lasting effects on their lives. In this video, I will be discussing domestic violence in California from a family lawyer perspective, from my perspective. So, firstly, it is important to understand that domestic violence is not limited to physical abuse only. It also includes emotional abuse, sexual abuse, economic abuse. California law defines domestic violence as abuse committed against a spouse or former spouse, a cohabitant or former cohabitant, a person with whom the abuser has had a child, or a person with whom the abuser has or has had a dating or engagement relationship. So, for example, if it's someone who is a neighbor, that's not going to qualify for domestic violence restraining order. It's going to be civil restraining order. If you or someone you know is a victim of domestic violence, there are several options available. The first step is to seek medical attention, of course. Get a doctor if you're experiencing the effects of physical, domestic, or emotional domestic abuse. After that, you can file for a restraining order in family court in your county, which is a legal order, once you get it, that can protect you from further abuse. You can file for a restraining order and report also to the police about the abuse. So it is very important that you either call hotline or speak to a family lawyer, because a lot of paperwork get bounced back on the first level because some forms, for example, Form DV-100 doesn't have the car. For example, if you put Honda 2008, it doesn't give the model number. I mean, the reasons why clerks can decline a domestic violence can get bounced many times if the forms are not filled out correctly. So make sure you consult either a lawyer, or if you cannot afford a lawyer, a clinic that can help you to file the forms appropriately. And then within 24 hours, you get your signed order from the judge back, where you then will get a hearing date, usually within 24 days. And that order needs to be served to the other side. And I recommend either hiring, if you need it, immediately, hiring a process server or sheriff's department, which is less expensive, but it takes time. They can take a couple of weeks to serve the other side. Without serving the other side about the hearing date, the judge will not be able to hear on the issue of domestic violence, because the other side has to have that order in place. I mean, order served with declaration attached with the whole package. And then you need to file proof of service, because if the other side doesn't show up and you serve them, you need to prove to the judge that you served the other side, so you can get the judge order domestic violence for years, 3 years, 5 years permanently, even though the other side is not showing up. So I'm a family law specialist, divorce attorney who has over 10 years experience dealing with domestic violence restraining order cases in California. And today I will be sharing some more important information about domestic violence and how domestic violence orders protect victims. So we talked about filing, getting doctor, getting it filed, served. When you draft a restraining order, you would need to provide specific details about the abuse, including the date and time it occurred, the type of abuse, and any witnesses who can testify on your behalf. Once the restraining order is granted, the abuser will be legally required to stay away from you and your children and whoever you included as protected party. It is important to note that violating a restraining order can result in criminal charges and possible jail time. So in addition to restraining orders, victims of domestic violence can also file for divorce, child support, child custody, it's part of the DV 100 filling out of the domestic violence paperwork. These legal proceedings can help victims regain control of their lives and provide a safe environment for themselves and the children. Finally, if you're in immediate danger, call 911 or your local law enforcement agency. There are also several resources available to victims of domestic violence, including women's shelter, hotline, counseling services. In conclusion, domestic violence is a serious issue that can affect millions of people in California. However, there are legal options available to victims, and it's important to seek help. And you can call, for example, domestic violence hotline, 1-800-799, next word safe, 7233, or the website, www.thehotline.org, or you can call me for consultation. I hope that was helpful, and I will see you soon. Bye.